What's up, YouTubes? Mountain Man Magic here, and we got our two-headed giant pre-release tips and tricks for awesome deck building, presented by Mountain Man Magic. Sorry if that was redundant, I'm clearly still getting used to the awesome graphics. Speaking of awesome graphics, whoa! This is for the pre-release for Rivals of Ixalan, which is on January 13th and 14th, which is a weekend. I'll have to look at the calendar. It's asking too much. Okay. If you've never played Two-Headed Giant, quick background on it. We're going to build two 40-card decks, one for each, I guess, head of the giant to play. And using that, you're going to use the 12 booster packs plus the 2 promo cards. You know, each head of the giant gets their pre-release kit, 6 booster packs, foil promo card, very nice. And then the rule of thumb for each 40-card deck is typically you want 23 spells, 17 lands. Of the 23 spells, we're talking 15 to 18 creatures with room leaving 8 to 5, 5 to 8, sorcery, instant, artifact, enchantment type cards. 17 lands, they'll say 16 if you're feeling frisky, but typically 17 works best in all the pre-releases I've done, which is 1. Now, what I like to do, step 1 of this 5-step program, is to just open our packs and get the cards organized as quickly as possible. Now, while you're opening them and you're just putting them in color order, try to just get in your mind, oh, this is a strong color, or it's looking like a stronger color. Like, for example, when we were opening these packs, we got 2 of these Thundering Spinebacks. Just put that in the back of your mind, yeah, I think green's going to be pretty strong. I also like to put the rares off to the side while I'm organizing the cards as nerdily as possible to make sure the Magic cards understand that I'm going to be the deck master and everything's going to work out, right? Super. So let's go through the rares real quick. In black, we got Sanctum Seeker, which is one of my favorite cards in this format, and Revel in Riches, which is fairly useless. Very nice. In blue, we got 2 Merfolk. Super duper. In white, we got this pretty cool Vampire, and then a pretty useless 1/3 creature. In red, we only got 1 rare, but it's a pretty awesome one. In Burning Sun's Avatar, big fan of that card. Blip, blip. And then in green, we got some monstrously good cards. Carnage Tyrant, which by itself can almost justify playing green. Another Merfolk, meh. Shaper Sanctuary, I guess not the worst card, depending on who you're playing against. Growing Rights, pretty awesome, especially when it's combined with the Thundering Spinebacks. So green's most definitely going to make it into one of our decks. We don't know why, or don't know which one. Jeez. We better know why. And then Vanquisher's Banner, which I really like, especially in this creature-heavy, aggressive format. Put that off to the side. And our gold cards, nothing too fancy to write home about. Couple Shapers of Nature, all that fun stuff. But rule number 2 would be to pick the colors for your deck. Now, quick sidebar is if you're playing with someone maybe that's not as experienced, maybe you're taking a friend or a significant other, like I take my lady friend to these, sometimes you're going to maybe spend, of the 45 minutes, give or take, that your local game store is giving you to build your decks, of the 45 minutes, you're probably going to spend 40 building your friend's deck and 5 minutes building yours. So in that situation, sometimes I will use the same color in both decks. I don't know, it just depends on what kind of cards you get for each. I really enjoy playing Vampires and Merfolk in this format. My lady friend loves playing dinosaurs. And the fact that we got 2 awesome dinosaurs like this, you know, you want to play something that's going to be fun for you. And dinosaurs can be a fairly straightforward format to, you know, build your deck around. So I would say we're definitely going to build a green and red dinosaur deck. But I'm going to check green and just see if it's possible if we could play 2 decks out of this. And that would probably mean us playing Merfolks. We got 2 Jade Guardians. That's pretty nice. Fine Shaper Mystic. Couple Combat Tricks. But not really a lot of creatures. Couple Jungle Delvers, not terrible, but some Commune with Dinosaurs. Those will be nice. Okay, so green may not be the easiest color to use 2 of. Let's check out white real quick, because now we're really just looking for our second deck to play. Now we got a lot of Vampire generation. I really like these creatures. 2/2 with lifelink for 2. And a 1/3 flyer for 2. Especially if we get our Vanquisher's banner out. That could be super strong. Let's just check blue and see if there's good creatures here. We got a couple rares, some pirates. Looking, there's some good control, but not. We got 1, 2. We only got 2 counter spells and some bounce, but really not a lot of control either. So after looking through that, just very quickly, again, you want to do this kind of quick. Just make your decisions and stick to it. I'm not feeling confident about doing the Merfolk blue-green deck. Looking through black, you can see we got a hefty amount of black cards. We've got some great removal with contract killings. These enchantments are super annoying to deal with, giving a creature +2/+2 and lifelink. A good amount of flyers, strong creatures. So actually, especially with this card being one of my favorites, I'm probably going to build my friend the red-green dino deck, and I'm going to go with the black and white vampire deck. So now that we've got the cards opened up, organized, we've picked what colors we're going to use for our deck, we're just going to move that guy out of the way. Number 3 would be focusing on our curve as we build this out. You know, making sure that you have a handful of 1, maybe, or I guess 1, 2 drops. You know, you want a few of those. But that 3 and 4 drop section, you really want to be well filled. 5 drop, you want a few of those. 6 and 7, then you're getting into the, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards at most. Just because you don't want to be sitting there not able to play. And this format's super aggressive. If you're not playing something by turn 2, 3 at the latest, you're probably going to be at a huge disadvantage. I will say, if you're playing dinosaurs like this, we didn't get a lot of the quick ramp-up cards. At least it didn't look like it. So this deck's probably going to come online a little bit later. So we want this deck to make sure that it's going to kind of crowd the ground out or be able to block and such in the early game and keep us afloat until this deck comes online. I'll also say it's nice to give your less experienced partner the big creature deck, because when they go, I think I'll just attack for 48 damage, is that good? And then the person across the table loses. You know, that's just one of those really bright, fond memories that you'll remember even in the darkest of days. Honestly, I think that's pretty fun if you can pull that off. I will also say that step 4 of a good deck building process is to sleeve your deck. 1, because it gives you a good thing to buy from your game store and support them. And anyone who takes their deck and just starts shuffling it like this, moving 2 cards at a time, and then they wonder why they're getting mana screwed every game, you know, that's just, don't be that person. Sleeve your deck. Number 5 is just ask for mercy, or play up your friend. Like, hey, sorry, my friend here, colorblind. We don't even know what they're playing with. Go easy on us. And then they say, oh, this person attacked with their creature that they shouldn't have. I guess I'll just kill it. And then you go accidentally River Herald's Boon. I win the game. Thank you. You know, play up stuff to your advantages. That's always fun. People love it when you just, you know, slow roll them, give them the long con, and, you know, generally beat them in a manner that they don't view as very fair. Maybe don't do that. I would, you know what, that's terrible advice. But, yeah, I hope you found this video somewhat enjoyable. I hope you have an awesome pre-release for sure. I hope you have some great polls. I hope you just decimate your local competition. We will be making the 1.5-hour journey, hopefully, as long as there's not too much snow, to the nearest local game store we have. It'll be awesome. I'm very excited. And, yeah, so just best of luck to you all. Hope 2018 is treating you well. If you want to hit that like or subscribe, you're going to make my day. Probably 2 days. Probably like the day you subscribe, and then at least the day after. You know, I'm just going to log in just to see that my subscribers ticked up 1 number, and I'm going to smile and just feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, again, thank y'all for watching. You know, keep it classy. That's a stupid thing to say. What am I talking about? But yeah, if you do go to a pre-release, or have gone to a pre-release, leave your comments. I would love to know how yours went. I'll be sure to share our experience as well. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I think pre-releases are awesome. Support your local game store, meet some new people, have a good time. So yeah, for the 100th time, have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.